la mia acqua tu sei, dentro di me ho sete di te, mi disseito io sulle labbra tue, amore vita mi dai e sei tu che come un fuoco mi bruci nell'anima, come un angelo mi porti via. Se respiro della vita all'altra parte sei di me, se la luce dei miei occhi mi rifletto dentro te, se nel corpo la mia pelle se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. Come un mantello sei, col tuo amore lo sai, mi avvolge Dio, non temo niente oramai, dolce amore mio, il segreto tu sei, che mi fa vivere, amore sei tu, che come un vento mi soffi nell'anima, questa vita che vivo per te. Se respiro della vita all'altra parte sei di me, se la luce dei miei occhi mi rifletto dentro te, se nel corpo la mia pelle se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. E se guardo nei tuoi occhi vedo i sogni che farò, ogni volta in questo abbraccio morirei, mille volte amore ancora mi innamorerò, lo so, sempre più io di te. Se respiro della vita all'altra parte sei di me, se la luce dei miei occhi mi rifletto dentro te, se nel corpo la mia pelle se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende ogni bacio che mi dai. Se respiro della vita all'altra parte sei di me, sei la luce mi rifletto dentro te, se nel corpo la mia pelle se mi stringi forte sai, questa vita si riaccende in ogni bacio che mi dai. Se respiro. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, long winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everybody and welcome. Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas. How are you guys doing? January 9, 2021. Not only we survived 2020, we already survived the first week of January. I missed you, as you may have noticed. I took a little break during this holiday, but I'm back today. Yes, it's Saturday, and normally on Saturday we are in the kitchen cooking some delicious food, and we are gonna be going there in a second. What can I say? It's 2 p.m. here in Las Vegas. Of course, as I know, it's 5 p.m. for you guys watching on the other side of the United States, on the East Coast. Many friends there. Guys, how are you doing? It's almost time to go to sleep. Quasi tempo di andare a nanna per quelli che ci guardano dall'Europa. Almost time to go to sleep for the people that are watching from Europe, because it's 11 p.m. in Italy and 10 p.m. in England and Ireland. I know we always have people from the Circle of Love watching from there. Can you believe, guys, that it's going to be almost a year that we'll be doing the Giada Live? We started actually on March 18, and in a little bit more than 2 months, it's gonna be here. So for the one of you watching from the first time that is not part of our circle of love, I am Giada Valenti. I am a singer-songwriter. I was born and raised in Venice, Italy. Yes, the beautiful Venice, Italy. I've been talking so many times about Italy. Of course, Giada Life has been going on since March 18, and we have sang together. I have cooked for you, and we took also many kind of virtual trip in our mind to Italy every Thursday when I do my episode together with my dear friends of Italian Living. Every time we go to Italy, and we discover so many curiosity and good things about my beautiful, beautiful country. So what else? Of course, today it's Saturday, and we're going in the kitchen. And actually, this week, last Monday to be precise, was National Spaghetti Day. So, and in honor of Spaghetti Day, I also have a picture that I put on social media a couple of days ago. Yeah, I decided today to share with you a delicious recipe with spaghetti. One of the most popular recipe of spaghetti in Italy is pasta, aglio, olio, and peperoncino, which is spaghetti pasta with aglio, oil, and peperoncino. So with garlic, with oil, and paprika. And little pepper, no paprika, and pepper flakes, very spicy. Today I decided to make that pasta for you with a little twist. I'm gonna add to the pasta aglio, olio, peperoncino a little bit of crispy prosciutto crudo. Yes, normally we don't cook, it's called crudo, which means raw, but in this case I'm gonna cook the prosciutto crudo like it's bacon, and but it's delicious. And yesterday actually was also Elvis Presley's birthday. Being myself a singer and a songwriter, I do love Elvis Presley, and so we want to wish happy birthday to Elvis Presley in heaven. He was born, as you see, January 8, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi. And at the end of the program, stay tuned because I will be singing one of Elvis Presley classic songs. We decided also with the new year to add more music to the Giada Life. I hope this will make you happy. You remember we took it out because Facebook was giving some trouble with music rights. So with JJ, we're gonna see how it's gonna work today. But I see also many of you are watching also from YouTube. So please, I encourage you also to like my Facebook page if you are there. So I hope you are in the official page, the one that needs the like. And if you are in YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because very soon I'm gonna put there more videos, of course, and also all my recipe. If you are tuning in for the first time today and you said I missed all the rest of the Giada Life, you can always catch up all the episodes. There must be more than 200 episodes by now of Giada Life by going giada.life www.giada.life, or you go on giadavalenti.com and you find a link that takes you directly to all the episode. And tomorrow, yes, I see many people of my circle of love in sign language, but also of my team awesome. Yes, tomorrow we're gonna have the love song Sundays. That's we always gather together on my Patreon page. And probably tomorrow, what about, guys, we're gonna do a little tribute to the amazing Elvis Presley, because I think he really deserved to be honored. His music, I mean, he died almost 40 years ago, and still we talk about Elvis and we love him like we saw him yesterday. Me personally, I mean, I have even never saw Elvis, only on a video, and I love him, and I love his voice, his music, and everything. So let's go back to our pasta, and we go back at the end of the program by singing a song. We go back with Elvis with a song at the end of this Giada Life about etymology. So the meaning of the word spaghetti, I don't know how many of you know already, but spaghetti is the il plurale della forma italiana della parola, so it's the plural form of the Italian word spaghetto, which means is a diminutive of a spago, of a thin string or a twine, if you want to call it. So that's what spaghetti means. And a little bit of history before we go in the kitchen. The first written record actually of the pasta comes on the 5th century before Jesus Christ from the Talmud, which was the most important figures on the Jewish cultural life, and was the first time they were referring to a dried kind of pasta that could be cooked in boiled water. It appeared in the very thin form that we know now, the spaghetti, in Sicily only around the 12th century. And if you wonder who brought pasta and the spaghetti in particular to the United States, it was Thomas Jefferson, which was the third USA American president, and he brought it in the United States in 1789. So the first time he tasted apparently in Europe while he was in France. I remember we talked about it, and he loved it so much, and he brought it back to America. So people has been eating spaghetti for the longest time, centuries actually. We said the 5th century before Jesus Christ was even existing. But the famous combinations of spaghetti and pasta with tomatoes came only later. And why was that? Because this match made in heaven happened only later, because the tomatoes were not a native of Europe. They were brought by Cortés, which was an explorer. It was from Mexico. He brought the tomato sauce, the tomatoes from Mexico to Spain, and that happened only in 1519. And the first time actually that we find a trace of having pasta in Naples was only on the 19th century, which was in 1800. Can you believe it? And if you wonder which was the sauce that was used to as a condiment for the pasta before we had the tomato sauce, well, was what actually we are making today. It was just a little bit. They were dusting pasta with some cheese and black pepper and olive oil. That was the most famous way and the only way actually they had until the 18th century to eat the pasta. And in the beginning, when the tomato was introduced to the pasta, the pasta was the tomatoes had a kind of fatty meat inside. So it was fatty meats with like ham, sausages, and bacon. You know, I love history and I love to find all this information. And are you wondering, pasta and meatballs? Well, if you go in Italy and you go to a restaurant, you ask for pasta with meatballs, you're not gonna get it. Because pasta with meatballs, yes, guy, I see a lot of American watching, is an American invention, Italian-American invention, I should say. And it happened only after the Second World War in America. In all places, believe it or not. In Italy, we have and the spaghetti and we have the meatballs, which we call polpette, but we don't put them together. And you guys did it after World War II here in the United States, and they're very famous. So next year in October, when we go to Italy with the Perillo tours, if you want to join me, hopefully this year actually in October, when we go to Italy, we are not going to have pasta with meatballs, because really you cannot get it in Italy. A few fun facts about pasta and spaghetti before we go to the kitchen to cook our delicious recipe of today. So the world record for the largest bowl of spaghetti was set on March 2009 and reset on March 2010 when Bucca di Beppo, a restaurant in Garden Grove, California, filled a swimming pool with more than 13,000 pounds, look at that picture, which is more than 6,000 kilos of pasta. Can you believe it? I saw also a picture where the man was inside the pasta, and I wonder if they had all that pasta. And April Fool, we talk about it, and still is very interesting. On April 1, 1957, the BBC made everyone believe that the spaghetti grows on trees. At the time, apparently, the spaghetti was considered by many an exotic delicacy, and the program explained how severe frost can impair the flavor of the spaghetti and how each strand of spaghetti always grows at the same length, and apparently people believe that. Have you seen that picture? I mean, it's crazy. As you would expect, the country that eat the most pasta, it's indeed my country. It's Italy. But how much pasta do the Italians eat? Are you guys wondering? So, quanta pasta mangiano gli italiani? According to the International Pasta Organization, they claim that the Italians ate the average yearly amount of pasta in spaghetti shape rather than the numerous other varieties. You know, remember there are more than 700 varieties and shapes. They would eat approximately, if they eat only spaghetti, 600 million kilometers of spaghetti. You wonder how much is 600 million kilometers? Well, it's enough to wrap around the planet 15,000 times. That's unbelievable. And as you may not expect, actually, the number 2 and number 3 of the people that eat the majority of pasta are Venezuela and Tunisia. I didn't know. And yes, eating pasta makes you happy. It's true that the carbohydrates, the carbohydrati in the pasta, increase the production of serotonin, the neurotransmitter that scientists believe triggers feelings of happiness and well-being. And Jay just showed a second ago a picture because you wonder the 3,776 meters, which is how much is in feet? That in inches. 100 and almost 150,000 inches was the length of the longest spaghetti in the world, and it happened in 2010, actually October 2010 in Tokyo by the Lawson Incorporations. And yes, that spaghetti that was that long was eaten and cooked. I think enough talk about spaghetti. I see many of you there appearing in the thing. Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. No, you're not mistaken. It's Saturday, and Saturday we cook our delicious recipe, and we do sign language here on the Giada Life. You see there on the back, oh actually it's there, the most important sign, which is I love you, or I love you, thanks to Diane Fiorentino. And today, so we are cooking some delicious spaghetti with garlic, some oil, and some spicy pepperoncino, and I decided to add some prosciutto. So I would say, without further ado, let's go in the kitchen and let's cook together some spaghetti, shall we? Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome to my kitchen. As I said, today we're going to make a delicious pasta spaghetti with aglio and olio, which is garlic and oil, which is a classic Italian dish that originated in Naples. In today's version, I'm gonna add some crispy prosciutto crudo and some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano to make it extra savory and delicious. And I'm also gonna add some fresh parsley. So here are the ingredients. You need a half cup of olive oil, 1.5 ounces of thinly sliced prosciutto cut into 1/4 inch slices, then 2 cloves of garlic smashed and peeled, and you can also cut it in small pieces, then some red pepper flakes, salt, 6 ounces of spaghetti pasta, which is 80 grams a person. We're making today a portion for 2. Some parsley, as you know I froze mine to have it always fresh when I need it. Half cup of freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano, add some more for serving. And here are the instructions on how to make it. It's very easy and it takes like maybe 10 minutes for the whole recipe. Here we go. Bring a large pot of salted water to boil. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat and add oil and heat. Add the chopped prosciutto and cook, stirring constantly until it's crispy and deep golden brown. It will take about 3-4 minutes. At this moment, you remove the prosciutto to a paper towel lined on a plate to dry from the oil. You reduce the heat to low and you add your garlic to the oil, smashed and peeled, or you can also cut it in small pieces if you want to eat it later. And you cook it, stirring often until it's lightly golden for about 3 minutes. You add the pepper flakes and the parsley and you turn off the heat. You add the spaghetti to a boiling salted water and cook for 2 minutes, less than the package directions. It's 10 minutes for my spaghetti, so you cook it for 8 minutes. Hey Google, set timer to 8 minutes.
8 minutes, starting now.
You return to the skillet with the garlic oil to medium heat. So you put the fire on again and you using a tongs like this one. You remove the pasta from the water and you add it directly to the pan with the oil. You sprinkle the bare pasta with half of the Parmesan cheese that you have already grated. and you add a half cup of the pasta water, which is already salted, remember, and you toast well to coat the pasta and form a creamy sauce. You add the remaining of the cheese that you had already grated and half cups of even less of the pasta water to maintain a creamy sauce. And here it is, our pasta spaghetti, aglio and olio and a little bit of prosciutto are ready. So you serve on the plate, you sprinkle some of your prosciutto crudo that we baked, of course, on top of it, just like that. It's nice and crunchy, delicious, it smells fantastic. And of course you sprinkle the rest of your Parmesan cheese. You can also add some extra olive oil if you want, and I say if you want because normally I like to serve also my spaghetti aglio olio and prosciutto with some little ciabatta bread that I like to toast in my oven. So you can do what they call fare la scarpetta, to dip the bread into the oil, which is delicious. Translated would be make the little shoe. If you're wondering where the word scarpetta is coming from, there are different hypotheses. Some people say that it comes from a kind of a shape of pasta that was consumed in Tuscany in 1800. Others, they say the expression goes back to the south of Italy, where the word was scarsetta, which means poverty, which refers to the time when people were forced to collect all kind of food that was over in the plates. So they were collecting with the bread, whatever was over. And another hypothesis is a sort of metaphor. They say it comes from the shoes. You know, the shoes goes on the floor, picking up wherever is on the floor, and we do the same things with the bread. Wherever it is, according to the Galateo Italiano, with the etiquette and the rules of the bon ton, chefs, even the top chef, they like if you do it even in a restaurant, because it means you really love their sauce, but be aware, just do it with a fork. So it's a little bit more elegant. And here is my end result. My pasta aglio, olio and peperoncino with prosciutto and a little parsley, which is a slightly variation of the aglio, olio and peperoncino, the traditional one. This is for JJ, of course. He's gonna have lunch in a second. I'm gonna try a little bit of mine. I roll a little bit of my spaghetti and I take a little bite of my prosciutto to see how it is. It's nice, salty and delicious. And of course, I'm gonna do my scarpetta with my bread in a second. Guys, what can I say? I'll just say to you, buon appetito, which in sign language is buon appetito. Dankeschön. Of course, was no Dankeschön because I am still here. We have new equipment, as you have noticed, so we are trying to figure it out a different way and better way to keep giving this recipe for you. I was reading your comments while the video was running, and I see that everybody was saying yummy. Yes, that pasta is really yummy. I hope you guys are gonna make it because it's simple. As you saw, it really takes you like 10 minutes to cook the pasta, and the same 10 minutes that you need to cook the pasta. You saw my pasta was boiling over there, and that's in 10 minutes you can have the most delicious kind of pasta. And you learn something about la scarpetta, fare la scarpetta. We learn a new sign, Diane, this is a sign for fork. So, you know, and I said, according to the bon ton, so the rules to be more elegant, you're supposed to do la barchetta with your fork. You should do it, but hey, I've seen even some, you know, famous chef in their own restaurant, in their own kitchen, taking a bite of bread and just cleaning up the oil of the tomato sauce or wherever sauce it's over on the plate and put it in their mouth. I'm just like, we cannot eat with our hands. Let's say the pasta, we have to put it with a fork. So pasta with fork and scarpetta or with a fork, and if you feel uncomfortable. But sometimes, you know, it's I'm always say the scarpetta is the better part of the meal, because also yesterday when we had the pasta, of course, the bread and the oil and the garlic, it was just out of this world with the toasted bread. So guys, I hope you're gonna make the recipe, and if you please do continue to send me pictures that I can share with the rest of our circle of love. I see many familiar faces there appearing today. Of course, Karen Yani, I saw that you have a little Olivia. Little Livy is there. Hi, Olivia. Olivia, she's not such a little girl anymore. She's almost a teenager, but of course I gave her the first ice cream when she was big like this. So Olivia is also watching today. I see Elena Beninato, of course. She was the gracious host of my Christmas concert, Love Under the Christmas Tree, together with Frank and Rocco. I saw Diane Fiorentino and Sal, of course. Diane is home in these days, also not feeling very well. I hope you're feeling better. I see Antonio Argentieri. I see also Maria Gigante. She was saying, please, she was asking for prayer for a COVID test. I hope you don't have it. Guys, we're still in the middle of this COVID, so we need to wear masks and stay away to one another. I cannot wait for the day that this is going to be like a long, long distant memory. But I hope by then I will still be here doing the Giada Live with you, and you are going to be always there at home watching with me. Who else I saw there? I see so many people. Welcome to all the people that are new. I see Antonio in Ireland. I see Janet, of course, our Italian signorina. By the way, Janet, you posted some amazing, beautiful pictures of your mom. Now we know where your beauty is coming from. I see some new people. I see Sandy. Hello, darlings. Where are you watching from? I see Tony. Tony loves pasta. And I see many new people. I see Roger Scallion, of course, is the man that was the executive producer of our PBS special, or our Christmas special spectacular, because he helped me with everything. Actually, matter of fact, with the computer also that we are using was a gift from Roger. I have a guitar, 2 guitars, a piano. So love you, Rogers. You're amazing. Who else is there? I see Lisa Falcon, Chuck Jones, all people I haven't seen in a long time here. And I see Bob and Mary Lou, of course. I see Janet Dolan from Chicago, Patricia. I see Bill Mazza that I think is watching from Boston, right? So please, if you're new, let me know where you are watching from, and welcome. We always do sign language here on the Giada Live, and you have noticed that even on my cooking things, I was doing some sign language. I have already prepared the recipe for next Saturday. It's going to be delicious. And what about making maybe some sweets for the next week, because Carnevale is coming. And in Venice, of course, Venezia is famous for il Carnevale. There are some delicious sweets. So maybe in Giada Live or out Giada Live, I was trying to experiment and make those sweets that normally I never make, I must be honest. My mom makes the best crostoli and frittelle, which one is a kind of a meatball with, not meatball, it's like a bowl, like a fried sugar bowl. With sugar, like an holy bowl. How do they call it here, JJ? Like, you know, those sweet bowls that you fried with sugar on top of it, but they're small in Venice. And crostoli is also a sweet things that we made with a tender thin kind of bread with some powdered sugar on it. Just delicious. So I will experiment and share with you soon. I see also Mike Ferrante and Anna Marie. Guys, how are you doing? And without further ado, I said this week, actually yesterday, was also the birthday of the one and only, the king of rock and roll, the king of Vegas, the king of kings, I would say, Elvis Presley. He was born yesterday in 1935, and as I said at the beginning of the program, I wanted to have some music. Some of you will say, we love when you cook, but we adore you when you sing. So I decided to pay a little tribute to Elvis Presley today with this song that he recorded in 1956 and stayed on the Billboard #1 for several weeks. The song, of course, is one of Elvis' most famous songs is Love Me Tender. Many of you may not know that the melody actually was adapted from a melody of Aura Lee, which was a sentimental Civil War ballad, and was, of course, also in the movie Love Me Tender. The song actually was written for the movie Love Me Tender. Elvis, though, performed Love Me Tender for the first time at the Ed Sullivan Show in 1956, September 9th, so a few months before the movie was even released. A month before, I think, to be correct. And it was an overnight success because the song was not even released, so was not even on the market. But the record company received a notice that they had already had an advanced orders for more than 1 million copies of the song, making the song a gold record even before it was released. Of course, the studio, 20th Century Fox, where the song, I remember, was written for the movie, had decided to call the movie a different title. The original title of the movie was supposed to be The Reno Brothers. Of course, after the success of the song, 20th Century Fox, the studio decided to capitalize the success of the song, and they retitled the movie Love Me Tender, which is the title that we all know. And JJ is going to start the music now, and it's my pleasure to sing for you, for your pleasure and mine, Love Me Tender of the one and only Elvis Presley, wishing him a happy, happy, happy birthday in heaven. We love you, Elvis. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dream fulfilled. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. I always will. Happy birthday, dear Elvis Presley. We love you, and we will always love you. Guys, this was the program of today, the Giada Live. I hope to see all of you tomorrow on the Love Song Sundays. We will have more Elvis Presley dedications and song. We go on at 2 p.m. Of course, you have to join the Team Awesome to be able to see. We've been doing also that one for almost close to 8-9 months every Sunday. And we have been singing so many beautiful, beautiful songs, and it's been amazing. So, every Sunday I try to do new song. Probably I'm going to do some Elvis Presley song, new songs that I've never sang before. I like it because it's a small gathering over there. So, guys, I will say I'll see you tomorrow on my Patreon page. I know I will see many people of my circle of love. And, of course, I see all of you of my team. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed the recipe of today. I see some of you were saying, can you please post back the recipe with the ingredients? I surely will. And what else did I forget? Yeah, if you love, don't forget to like my Facebook page. I know many of you are friends of mine on my Facebook and never really like my official page. So you guys are missing most of my posts. So make sure that you go on facebook.com/Giada Valenti page. You have to be on the page where you put your like. So please put your like, and many of you are watching from YouTube. Please keep subscribing to my YouTube channel and put your like also under the video. And if you want to have a comment that stays there forever of a request for me, because I cannot write back on the feed of YouTube, right under the video, put your like, and then under the video you can write any questions, comments, and suggestion you have. I will see you tomorrow. I will say buon appetito if you're going to make my recipe. I'm going to have my lunch right now, and I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow on the Love Song Sunday. Giada Valenti here. Un bacio e un abbraccio a tutti e ci vediamo domani. Ciao!
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place, and I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, Dankeschön.